Hey, this is Math Minutes Pro with Dr. Harrison. Today, we're going to talk about how to simplify expressions using order of operations. And the title implies what we're going to do. We're going to move in a particular order, all right? Just like a karate move, sometimes I think they call it parge, where you move in a particular order. Well, when simplifying expressions using the order of operations, we're going to simplify this expression in the order of the operations that are listed here. Piece meaning parentheses, E for exponents, M for multiplication, D for division, A for addition, and S for subtraction. So let's start with a simple problem here. First, let's review some notes I have here. We have terms are separated by addition and subtraction. And the second is that we're going to apply PEMDAS to each term. So I'm going to make those particular notes explicit in the problem solving. So pay attention. Let's say we have a problem that says, we'll call this A. We have 3 plus 15 divided by 5. All right, so I'm going to write that again, bring that down, 3 plus 15 divided by 5. All right, now the first thing that we want to do is we want to circle the terms because we're going to apply PEMDAS to each term. So if terms are separated by addition, here's the addition symbol. This is one term, and this is another term. So we have a two-term expression, and we're going to apply PEMDAS to each term. All right? Now, we can't do anything with this 3, so we're just going to bring the 3 down, plus, and here we have 15 divided by 5 in the second term. So we perform the operation, which is division, and you get what? 3. All right, 3 plus 3 leaves us with 6, and we have simplified this expression. You probably are going to say, it looks so easy. It is easy when you understand it, but when you don't understand what you're doing, then the math is hard. My goal is to help you understand it, okay? So yes, it will seem easy as long as you pay attention and follow the steps. All right, so that was a simple one to illustrate that terms are separated by addition and subtraction. So here's a two-term expression, and then we circle the term, and then we apply the order of operations to each term. Now let's deal with a problem that has more steps, more operations. Okay? So let's say we have a problem, I'll call this B, and we have 44 minus 14 divided by 2 times 4 plus 6. Okay, it's just like going to college. You start out in college, you say, oh, I got to take all of these courses. Oh, it just seems so difficult. Don't approach college that way, okay? You have 4 years, a lot of courses, 12, you may have 4 to 5 courses per semester. So you could be looking at 60 courses at most, all right, or more. Don't approach it that way. Just take it one semester at a time. And that's what we're going to do with the order of operations. We're going to take it by focusing on one term at a time and apply PEMDAS. So let's bring this down. 44 minus 14 divided by 2 times 4 plus 6. Make sure you copy it correctly. You can solve the problem right, but if you don't write the problem correctly, it's wrong, okay? So be careful with that. All right, let's circle our terms. Remember, terms are separated by addition and subtraction. So here is subtraction, here is addition. This is a term. This is a term. and this is a term. All right. So we've identified our terms. Now let's apply PEMDAS to each term. Well, there's nothing we can do with 44, so we bring it down. Bring down the minus. Now here we have 14 divided by 2 times 4. Whenever you have a term where you have division and multiplication back to back like this, you do the first operation that comes. In this case, it's 14 divided by 2. If it were multiplication first, you would do that first. But when this only is in the case where you have division and multiplication next to each other. So in that case, 14 divided by 2 gives us 7. Bring down the times and the 4. Okay? Then bring down plus 6. All right. Look again and see if we can identify terms again in this next step. Terms separated by addition and subtraction. So again, this is a term. This is a term. And this is a term. All right. Almost there. Bring down the 44. Minus 7 times 4 gives us 28 plus 6. All right. Point of pause. Remember when we said if you have division and multiplication back to back, you do the operation that comes first? In this case, it's the same thing, but it's with subtraction and addition. When you have addition and subtraction next to each other with terms, you perform the operation that comes first, which is subtraction. In that case, 44 minus 28 is 16. Bring down the plus 6. And then that equals 16 plus 6 is 22, right? And this is our final answer. Okay, note, it's called order of operations. That means you have to do it in a particular order. You have to solve the problem in a particular order. If I had done 28 plus 6, right, I would have gotten 34. 44 minus 34. I would have gotten an answer, but it would have been wrong because I didn't follow instructions. And so the thing about mathematics is that it helps you to develop a mindset of following instructions. You're going to need to do that when you go to college, when you get a job. You're going to follow instructions. If your supervisor asks you to do something in a particular way, you got to do that. There are times when you can be creative, but when you're solving problems that require a particular order, you got to follow that order. All right, excellent. Okay, so let's now take a look at, we're going to do a total of 4 problems, different types of problems involving order of operations, because I want you to know how to think through these problems, testing out that terms are separated by addition and subtraction, and applying PEMDAS to each term. All right, so here we go. Let's solve a problem. We'll call this C. Okay, so we were here, we have 42 minus, now we're going to deal with one involving parentheses, okay? 3 times 4 divided by 6. Check it. Yes, we got it right. All right, so here we have subtraction, we have multiplication, we have parentheses, and we have division, all in this one expression. All right, so remember, the first thing you do is you circle the terms. Okay, so let's go and do that. Yeah. Actually, remember, I like to copy it again, so let me copy it again. 42 minus 3 times 4 divided by 6. Now let's Identify those terms and circle it. Here's subtraction. So this is a term. And this expression is a term. And we're going to apply PEMDAS to each term. Bring down the 42 in the first term. There's nothing to do with that. Bring down your subtraction symbol, but look at this. We have parentheses, multiplication, and division. According to PEMDAS, what do you do first? P, you do what's in parentheses first. Okay? So in that regard, 3 times 4 is going to give me 12. Very good. Bring down the divided by 6. All right. We have subtraction. So let's circle the term again. Eventually, you may get to a point to where you don't need to circle the terms, but who knows? You may like it. You may like doing that because it helps you in your problem solving. Bring down the 42 minus 12 divided by 6. That gives you what? 2. All right. And then our final answer, 42 minus 2 is 40. All right. So let me box the final answer. Again, we identified our terms, we circled them, and then we applied PEMDAS to each term. We had multiplication, parentheses, and division. According to PEMDAS, you do what's in parentheses first. So we multiplied that 12, 3 times 4 to get 12. And then that's what we did, okay? So pause this video, watch it again, and practice it several times, and open your mouth and talk while you're doing it. Okay. That way, if you say anything and it doesn't sound right, your mind will catch it and you'll check it. All right, we got one more problem to solve for order of operations, and this one is going to look different. We're going to solve a problem where there's only one term. Aha. So what do you do when you only have one term in your math expression and you need to use the order of operations? I'm going to show you. Well, it's one term, but then within that one term, there are some other terms, but you'll get it. So let's see here. All right, this is problem D. We have 5 plus 3 times 3, and that's in parentheses, times 4. And the way you read it, you say the quantity of 5 plus 3 times 3 times 4, because this expression is actually a unit or a quantity. It has a value in that parentheses. All right, so let's copy it again. 5 plus 3 times 3 times 4. So when you look at this entire expression as a whole, it's a one-term expression. There's no multiplication here. There's no addition or subtraction on each side. But within the parentheses, we actually do have terms, 1 and 2, okay? So we have parentheses, addition, multiplication. Those are the terms that are present in this particular expression. So we're going to identify the terms within the parentheses. Here's plus, here's the addition. So that's a term, and that's a term. Very good. So with that in mind, we go ahead and we do what's in parentheses. All right, so bring the parentheses down. You can even go ahead and put times 4 if you want. And then we bring down the 5 plus, and 3 times 3 gives us 9. Okay, we still have parentheses and addition and multiplication. So in this case, we're going to do what's in parentheses again, further simplify that. 5 plus 9 gives us 14, right? 14 what? Times 4. Okay, last step. 14 times 4 gives us 56. And that is our final answer. Quick review of this problem. There were terms, but the terms were inside of the parentheses. So this whole expression is one term, but when you look within the parentheses, you have two terms. So we applied PEMDAS to what's in parentheses. So we copied the problem again, circled the two terms so that we can apply PEMDAS to each term, right? And then we brought down 5 plus, and then we did 3 times 3, which is 9. Keep it in parentheses, times 4. And then you simplify it, and you get 56. All right, so thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my Patreon page on my video description below. On my Patreon page, you can get access to exclusive math lessons, study tips, live Q&A, and more. See you next time.